All right, we're back and we're live. Thank God. And we even have someone who's on the stream already. Wow, that's great. All right.
Hmm.
So add to game.
Totally not me.
Oh, well, if it's you, that's fine.
No, I'm kidding. It's not me.
Got it. Go ahead and expand the chat just in case someone wants to say hi. Oh, it's my little brother Jordan. Okay. Let's see here.
Probably pulls his chat.
All right. So, beginning of chapter 2. Give me a roll from each of you. All of you roll the same size dice, your choice.
D20.
All right. Each of you roll a d20. John called first.
A 2.
All right. 2, 3, 16. Well, Skygazer gets to go first. Lucky him. He's the audio track I got ready already. All right.
What?
Yeah. So, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the homestead page because that's where you guys are.
Wow, Oliver, only a 2.
Jeepers.
I beat you by 1. We both rolled so low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear the audio okay?
Negative. I don't hear anything.
It's supposed to be windswept plains ambience.
Hang on, I think I have mine all the way down, maybe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I had to turn mine up a
Oh.
little bit.
I think I hear something. Like wind?
Yeah.
And footsteps?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, it's getting louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear it.
Good.
I can hear it good. That's good.
All right.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Just making sure.
I gotta say something really stupid. I'm like, I can only hear it in my left ear. And then I touched my right ear, and my headphones weren't on the right ear.
Got it. That'll do it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's actually too loud.
Nice, Carl.
You can turn it down. All right. YouTube MP3. There we go. Please work for me. Okay. Someone's texting, and I had the thing on silent. What
That's
the heck's
good.
going on?
That's fine. It's stupid stuff.
that was actually funny. Okay. Paste.
Stupid.
Please work. I just want to get some music for this stuff. Okay. Download. Please work. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It's working. Okay. Dang it. I had all afternoon and I slept in. I apologize, guys. I even had an extra 2 hours.
Jeez, John.
I'm
Joe.
glad you got sleep.
I had to take a nap earlier too while my co-driver was driving because I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. No, 4:30. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I'm about to eat ice.
All right. We should be good with what I've got now. And I shouldn't need to do any more of that. All right. So My audio. There we go.
See,
I hear
Panzer
food.
finally joined the house. Oh my
Hit the game.
No.
All right.
no, Panzer.
All right.
9 times a 9.
All right. So, ready to get started here. Okay. Skygazer. Skygazer.
Yes.
You find yourself walking very much like Gladiator through open fields. If you remember the Gladiator reference, when he's walking through his wheat fields, the grass waist high, just running your fingers along it as you walk through the open fields. Climbing hills. Eventually, you see a lone tree and a figure standing underneath of it, the wind blowing her dress and her hair, just standing in the shade against its trunk. You eventually make your way up to her. She's facing away. You reach out, you touch her hand. She turns to you. Her smile is warm. Her lovely face. It brings you comfort. As you get closer, there is a moment where the clouds cover the sun. And in that moment, as the light fades around you, her smile opens, showing fanged teeth and blood. You realize in horror that Myrnith is no longer the beautiful, innocent creature she was. She is now a creature of terror. And that's what rips you out of your sleep.
I've got Anakin Skywalker vibes right now. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, but seriously.
Panzer. You're next. You
Hello?
find yourself sitting on a bench. There's musty smells around you, dampness to the air. The distant sounds of crowds cheering, mulling about, talking to each other. There is a nervousness to your sitting, an anticipation. Someone enters the doorway, and all you see is a silhouette. It's time. You stand, grabbing your weapons, moving down the halls. Some men sweaty, dressed in towels, some others dressed up in official gear. You begin to hear the distant rumble.
Christ.
Tribal drums greet you as you walk into a stadium. Explosions erupt from the edges of the crowds as the new age of photography starts taking black and white photographs of the 10-foot tall lizard man. Thousands cheer. You walk up to the center ring, pulling yourself up and over. And there across, in the corner opposite you, the red eyes of a dragon-born man stare at you. This is your moment. And that's when you wake up.
I wake up yelling Smith.
Oliver,
Okay.
it's dark around you.
Made it.
Underneath your feet, millions of small, black, smooth stones. Sky is dark. So dark you can see the thousands of constellations. Streams of distant stars cluster together to form lines through the sky. On the horizon, the moon almost devours the entire half of your vision. Beyond it, the silhouette of galaxies make a strange blue and purple hue around its edge. Beneath your feet, a groove in the rocks, a path. You follow it, continually walking over and over again. Every time you stop and look around, it doesn't seem to end. It just keeps going. You reach down, you pick up one of the rocks. You notice a small little white crack in an edge. It's unique. You toss it down and keep going. Always walking. Always walking. You look down at the path in front of you and see a unique rock with a white crack in it. You pick it up. It's different than all the rest of them. You put it down again and keep walking. Always walking. The third time you see that rock, it only takes a moment before you forget that you've seen it before. 10 times. 15 times. 50 times. You forget how many times you've picked up that rock. You stop. You look around. You look back. Ever looming in the distance, something you're always walking towards. The moon is silent. You're unsure how many times you've walked in a circle. Looking forward, the moon. Looking back, the path. And for a moment, you glimpse a figure dressed in white behind you. And you wake up. Each of you wake up to the smell of breakfast being prepared. The house is small, and it's hard to miss the delicious smells that come from the kitchen, which is also the living room, which is also the dining room, which is also the hallway in between your bedrooms. What would you all like to do?
I wake up in a roar yelling Smith.
Anyone else want to do anything about that?
Poor
Sir,
all, poor
What do you
all
have
of
to do with Smith?
you are right there next to my mouth. Your ear is probably broken. I feel a little wrath.
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
I gotta turn off the grid on this house.
Quick question, who's this?
That is Mernith.
Oh, okay. I
think
don't think I've
all-
ever gotten a picture.
I think I've used it once,
Okay.
but that's it. I'm pretty sure you know Tanya. I don't have our cherub yet. And then, I'll get the rest of them in here as the game continues. But anyway,
I'm getting up eating breakfast. I'm angry.
okay, you begin to rage eat the ham and eggs that are set out for you.
As I step out angrily, I look behind and I'm like, Oliver?
Hmm?
You gonna get out of bed?
Oh yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm not.
I can tell. You screamed.
That was not a
In
scream,
my
that was a
ear.
roar. That was a roar, not a scream.
Whoever this Smith person is must have really pissed you off, because that's the first thing that came out of your mouth this morning. And I could hear that, well, from the other side of the wall. I'm guessing the wall's not very thick, though, so.
Well, they're made out of stone, but still.
One second. Let me check something. $23. Yeah, the walls were shaking.
Poor walls.
There was probably dust falling in our face.
I'm suddenly seeing the cupboard under the stairs. The
The walking.
what's it called? The
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, yeah.
Yeah, when they're walking down the steps and dust is just falling down on them.
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah, he's killed two very important people in my life. And I dreamed about him.
Wait a minute. Is that the guy that one lady was talking about yesterday?
Yes. As I just finished my egg. Or sausage angrily. Yeah, sausage.
I see. Well then.
Have you met a guy named Smith in your travels?
I've met many a Smith, actually.
Dragonborn, red eyes, uses a metallic tube to shoot things out of.
Necessarily, are you talking about a gun? You
I
said a
don't know.
metallic tube? What?
Yeah, it's like a tube.
Yeah.
I don't know what a gun is.
Anyways. Yeah. No, I've never met a smith like that. Most of the smiths I met were, they worked blacksmith jobs, and a lot of them are dead. So that happened.
One more will be.
Ah. Yeah, another tally to the dead smith mark. That will be fun.
Just pulls out a notebook. Smith, cross out another name.
Yeah, in my journal, I have a list of all the people that I like, different last names I know that have died, and Smith in particular is kind of has its own dedicated 3 pages already. So
It's got a tab and everything. Thank you for breakfast. It is wonderful. Tanya, did you make this?
I did.
It's really good. Thank you.
Thank you. Mernith,
Oh.
sitting across the table with Lily and the others, she looks over at you. Mernith, Tanya's hard work has kept us in funds, even when times were a little tight. It was actually quite beneficial to have her around since you were gone.
Sorry about that. It's been quite hectic out there.
Well, hopefully before you leave this time, you can leave a little bit more funds for us.
Yes. Understood.
Well, I'm off to the
Oh.
university. I'll be seeing you all later. Would
Okay.
you like me to stop by the cafe this afternoon, Skygazer?
oh, yes, that would be, yeah, sure.
All right, then. I'll see you all later. Grabs her books, walks outside, and she's gone. She's up there, but she's just tabbed for later.
Right.
There.
Guy just kind of leads on one hand,
I
stay on
kinda
the table.
I kind of just walk over. So, question.
Hmm?
Are y'all a thing?
What do you mean? We're people's pens, or things are inanimate objects.
Are you planning on courting her?
Oh, that part. You planning on courting her? Odds are I've been yes. I put it bluntly, yes, I am. Technically, I've courted her a couple of times, but
Unbeknownst to her brother.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then times changed, and well, actually, technically, started to court her in the first place, and then yeah, life got kind of crazy. So yeah, yes, I'm hoping to pick that back up now.
Me too.
You can't have both.
I'm sorry? You broke up.
Sorry, she can't have both of us.
I know that. I've been courting her as well. And her brother approved.
Swell. Brother, as far as I'm concerned, is no longer here. So, what does that make you?
There's a small little growl. He was a good friend of mine. Choose your words carefully, please.
I am sorry. I did not realize it was that close of a situation.
He was my brother, not by blood.
Yeah, I've got someone like that too. Well, he's sort of. Kind of? He's kind of a little brother. He's also kind of a son. I don't know how else to put it.
Sometimes a little sister, but
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
there's that.
know.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
that too.
know. I don't want to know. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Now I'm just feel awkward. I'm gonna leave.
You have fun with that. I'm going to go take care of personal matters, I believe.
Oliver, what you doing today?
I do actually get some more supply.
Okay. I'm gonna Oh, go ahead, Joe.
the supply cost chart is down in the rules area. Unless you want to role play out gathering supply, you can just
No.
use that to take care of it.
And you haven't
I'm like
updated, so it's the same price, right?
Let me double check here. When was the last time it needed to be updated?
Ruby, leave this alone. No more.
Monroe chemistry, 1 silver per supply.
Okay, that's the same.
Okay. So,
I'll be right back.
Okay. Skygazer, Oliver, anything in particular you want to do since John is stepping away?
In that case, I'm actually planning on going to the dead end.
Okay.
Don't
All
know
right.
what else. Gotta take care of some things.
All right.
Prepare for the coming battles and races and whatever. I know it's a few months away, but can't be too careful.
Anything? Do you want to accompany him, Oliver?
Where's he going again?
Apologies.
Dead End Cafe.
I think I'm gonna probably just sit here for now.
Okay.
Probably work on potions if I need them.
All right. While you're doing that, if I can find.
Yeah, I do need to actually do potions. 'Cause I lost them.
Could I have your help, Oliver?
Depends on what.
Just a little leadership role. I could use a little help on charisma.
I literally just pull out one of my charisma potions and I'll go, take this and it will boost you.
What's charisma?
Oh my god.
It's a love potion. It makes people like you.
I'm using leadership as I'm giving it to them.
To describe that.
Okay. Go ahead and
I
roll.
actually have I don't even have a button for leadership. Oh no, it's charisma. What am I thinking?
Yep.
That's a 6. Well, that's a +3.
All right. So you got
Plus
a plus.
whatever my potion's gonna give you.
Yep.
Is it a D8?
D6
D6? Oh,
plus
yeah.
5. So you got a +8 in total from me.
Thank you. I try that book again.
Oh, okay. You're trying to pull the book out of the chest?
Yes.
All right, so you have a +8. Go ahead and roll your charisma check.
30 in total.
You have +8. Oh, plus your Oh no, it's 22. Oh, I was looking at the skilled roll. Duh. All right. Yeah, you actually met the threshold. 30 was required.
Thank you, Oliver.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're
Oliver.
welcome.
you pull out the book. There's a couple people looking at
Whew.
you out of the corners of their eye, like Lily and Juliana and Tanya. Tanya, she does not like that book. She hates that book. But you pull it out, and there's a moment where it starts to run down your arm again, and things start to decay and start falling apart, and you're able to like mentally force it back into the book, and
Quick
you're
question,
able to open it.
Oliver. What inspiring word do you say to me for my
No,
charisma?
no, that's what I was saying about the potion. As I handing you, that was my leadership. What I said.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Sense.
So let me look here quick. I should be able.
I open up the book.
Okay. Who are you thinking about when you open the book?
I need to make
Smith.
Smith?
1,
Okay.
3, 4. I gotta make 4 dexterity rolls.
As you open the book, the world seems to fade around you. There are a number of scenes flashing before your eyes. You see Smith dead on a battlefield. You see Smith dead in the combat ring you were dreaming about. You see Smith dead in the woods. You see Smith dying of old age on his bed, and it's an unclear picture. You realize that the book gives you insight into how a person's going to die.
Oh, lovely.
And I put the book in my armor.
Okay.
Grab my weapons. Put my armor back on. And then I'm gonna head to the church.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Mhm. Where's the box?
Okay, there we go. And this, if I edit it, you should be able to have it in your list of shards now. That would
Neat,
be
thank
the
you.
third shard, the dwarven third shard. You can see the details there.
Got it.
All right. As you leave the house, you see Tabak is taking the Rhinar in his rounds. Just kind of leading him, as you do in a horse, exercising them for running in a circle. And he's doing quite well, and he is quite large.
Who's doing well?
The Rhinar.
Oh, oh, hey, buddy. How's my new mount?
He's coming along all right. Should be about a week or so, I think.
Good. Give me a little practice time with him before the race.
You might want to get a saddle ordered for him. Probably have to be something special. They're not exactly intended to be mounts. You planning on
Alright.
racing this thing?
I am.
Well, avoid deserts with it. Plains and Sahara's all right. There's still foliage that they can get by with. But they won't do well in a desert or in too much cold.
Okay, thank you.
If you
You've been a
ask
huge
me, I would say get another mount of some sort for deep desert and cold. Camel
Okay.
camel would suffice for both, but you're gonna need a pretty big one.
Do camels come in my size?
Go to Australia.
Maybe. You have to do a little bit of searching. Maybe send word for one.
Okay.
Just a thought. I overheard you guys talking about the race.
Indeed. Well, thank you. I'll be keep up the good work. I'm about to head into town. Did you need anything?
A new pair of pants?
Sure. What's your size?
Anything that'll fit this and just, holds up. He's got some pretty wholly ripped up shredded pants.
Okay. Like how big are they?
They're medium sized. Pants aren't that, hand tailored in some situations in this day and age. So just
Okay.
buying store bought pants, you're gonna just, grab something off the shelf that looks about right and cinch it up with a belt.
Okay. I also go to the chest of our party funds.
Okay.
Take out 2 emeralds, 50 ambers, 20 opals.
Okay. Let me edit that quick. So you're removing 2 emeralds.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go down to 150 ambers because you said 50 ambers. How many opals?
Opals, 20.
20. All right. So there were 50. So now there will be 30. Okay. All right. The deduction has been made from the party funds, so you can add that to your personal character sheet. All right. Anything from the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Skyder's is gonna head out to the dead end.
The dead end. Okay. Panzer, are you going to accompany him for anything, or are you just going to head straight for the chapel?
I wasn't invited, so I'll head to the church.
Okay. I do not have a map for the... Oh, actually... All right. Well, I guess I do. Funny thing, you both end up taking almost the identical route to your location.
Awkward.
And you come around the back side of the church to go to the forward, and he actually walks into an alleyway. On the back side of the church. There's a bakery, the church. There's a chapel section I only have up right now. I'll have the full thing set up later. But
I'm going to the big cathedral.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I only have a section of the cathedral finished right now. But it just so happens that the church, the Dead End Cafe, is actually in the alleyway behind the church.
Interesting.
So, both of you can go ahead and put your characters on the map.
Way too well.
So, Panzer, we'll go ahead and start with you. I don't have NPCs for inside the chapel right now, but this is just a side wing of the chapel per se.
Okay.
So, what in particular would you like to do while you're here?
Looking for the big head guy. I forget his name.
I don't think he was ever given a name, but he was the high priest.
Help me get the sword.
Yep. For the sake of, I don't think I have a. Well, you know what? I'll just use this one. Holy crap! What the heck?
Feel like he's about to shoot lightning.
Yeah, I don't actually have a token version of him. So
I
there
had
we go.
Slenderman there for a second.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll just stay still. I'll just stay still.
Greetings, my friend Panzer.
Hello.
What is it that we could do to help you today?
I would like to talk to you in private.
There's no better place than to speak in the crypts. It is quiet and personal. Not many people actually like to spend time in there. Does some dusting on the crypts.
Come out. And I lift my hand out.
What are you
The
trying to
spear.
do? The spear flies aloft over your shoulder for a moment. Ah. It appears you have awakened your weapon.
Do all of these do things like this?
Yes, or so it has been said. But they have to be awoken for each individual user.
I have also gathered another one.
Impressive.
I have a total of 3.
Let me just make sure I get my stuff correct here. Well, if you have 3, then there should be 4 more to go.
Yeah, but this newest one I grabbed a hold of, it didn't feel great.
Very rarely in history has anyone ever collected more than one. And the one who did had it for a very, very short time before he was killed. It is said that to command more than one takes skill. To command many, or all of them at once, has never been done. So I would use caution.
Why was he hunted? Did they
You-
fear him?
Are you referring to Mirthanel?
No, but that's a really good question. I have a lead on the guy that did it.
Well,
I'll be seeing him in a couple of months at a
oh,
gladiator ring. after the race.
Well, I will be praying for your good fortune in battle then.
Appreciated.
Who
So
were
how are
you
the
referring to? I'm wondering.
Smith?
You're
Red
saying
Eyes,
he was.
Dragonborn.
Can't say that I know him. You say he was hunted like Mirthanel was?
No, he's the one that hunted Marthanel.
Ah. So, what
He took
exactly
him
is
out.
your question then?
I was just letting you know that
Ah,
I have eyes on him.
well, may the three champions give you victory in your quest.
How do you awaken these weapons?
How did you awaken the one?
I'm assuming by reaping.
Then it would be best to assume that by reaping you will awake the others.
But this other one's a book.
Hmm. Who can tell? Maybe try to discover what it is you can do with it. And as you use its function, perhaps you will be able to awaken it. Ancient relics
And-
such as these are often
Not a lot
tricky,
of information about them.
archaic.
This church has helped me a lot. Thank you.
It is always our goal to help all those who come through our doors.
Well, I should be off. Lots to do.
Good luck with your
Um,
race.
Thank you. Do you know anything about it?
I do not.
No. Okay. In this script that we're in, who were these people?
Random nobles. Typically, older ancestries of existing ruling nobles today.
Do you need anything from me?
Not currently.
Okay.
But since I know
'cause
you are in town, I would be able to send for you if I needed something.
Since Martha now's not here,
Quite.
I would be able to help.
We do have our priests and our local paladins out, capable of working on things that you would do in a slightly different approach. But having you in
See.
town might be useful.
I'll only be down for a little bit. Take it easy.
And you as well. Carl, your question.
I believe
Uh,
it's Dex.
You
I'm reading the
tried.
rules here.
Yeah, so you would.
Because technically I'm crafting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I start rolling knowledge for something brand new.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I need to use the restroom. I apologize. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's a pass. That's a pass. Okay.
for 15 is the base roll to pass. Yes.
Well, I standard roll is a 23.
Yes, I do.
Okay. See if I can get the other one. Another 23. Okay. Okay. So at least I started on both of those. Where is it at? Where did I put it? Right there. I have one of those now. That take down 2 vials as well. And how much supply? 8 for that one.
Uh, mm, what you working on, Oliver? Oh,
I'm
huh.
working on a shit ton of potions. New potions. It'd be 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okie doke. Sorry for the
Okay.
wait. All right. So, Skygazer,
Yes.
you step down the alleyway, making yourself, or oops, what the heck? Making your way into the Dead End Cafe.
Yes.
Inside, you are greeted with all familiar faces and a couple of random NPCs who are eating there or drinking there that I did not take time to put on the table.
The same. Why was Sylvie B?
Pardon?
Where's she on the table?
Yeah, she's doo-doo-doo. Give me a second. I forgot to bring up the Discord file you sent me. I got all the character sheets looked at. And you didn't. Yeah, I just had to send you request access to the Google Doc. Yeah, I can't see the NPCs' names. Anyway, the old man sitting there blindly playing the piano says, he's home. Welcome back, Master Gazer. And there is a chorus of all of the ladies who are there. Welcome back, Master. And you hear a yay! And a crash and a smell from the back room. Welcome back! And just the harpy comes up from behind the back room, waving a wing at you. This is a typical life of Skygazer when he's at home.
So nice to see all of you again. How's the dead end been since I've left?
Profitable as always, or at least so I can hear. And, you guys thought, Panzer was the harem protagonist in this story.
Hey, this is the hair. This is the old man with the hair. He's like the main side character when it comes to this stuff.
Still requesting. Okay, there we go.
That's 8. Okay. Give it another shot.
Brunhilde, she looks across underneath the edge of the counter post here. She's like, would you like something to drink?
You know what? Sure, I will have. I think I'll try a cup of your more recent brew, if you wouldn't mind.
Coming right
And
up.
I would like to have a look in the back at the recipe books when I'm done.
All right. And let's see here. I don't have all of the NPCs here. Obviously, some of them are out. This one goes back into the back to quick clean up the mess that she made. You are free to move your character token if you wish. You having fun there, Oliver?
There's 3 fails in a row there.
Oh.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have good luck. Holy crap! That was a 1 on a D20. Ooh. Yeah, that's
So,
pretty bad.
Mm.
Anyways,
That's not it's just standard.
smooth jazz rips from the grand piano as you walk up to it. So what could I
It's
do
like
for
kinda like-
you, Skygazer?
what was that?
What could I do for you, Skygazer?
Well, old man, it appears that the primordials are going to be kind of look over at Uwe. Yes, they're going to be participating in a.
You're getting like distant and close. It's like you're walking away from your mic sometimes. Are you using your computer mic or your headset mic?
The computer. Listen to the headphones again.
Yeah, the headphones work way better.
Maybe go pick another supply room,
There.
guys.
That better?
Much better.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
that's even better.
Anyways, old man. It appears the primordials have kind of look around, and I look back at Uwe. They're going to be participating in a great race in a few months.
The great race. That's quite the undertaking. Dangerous.
Yeah. Well, yes. It appears the head of the party has a bit of history with one of the competitors.
Do you know which one?
He said his last name was Smith.
There is a slight hiccup on the keys of the piano. He's like, the Smith family have always been trouble. He's a dangerous opponent. But in a one-on-one situation, like the blood sport at the end of the race would turn out to be, you may have a fair chance at winning. But in a team, no. There would be no chance he wouldn't even get close to Smith.
I see. So, are you saying he's well equipped?
Yeah, he's
In
well
terms of-
equipped. I used to work with him.
Ah, that would explain a few things.
It was only a couple of odd jobs, but back when I could still see, I actually did a little spotting for him. He's deadly at long range. You never even hear the shot coming. Let's see here.
Yes. My accomplice with the primordials did say he had a long-barreled, metal-barreled thing that fired, and I assumed a gun, but...
It's a custom weapon. It was designed in imitation of what the Tharks use, but with a couple modifications. Uses shells rather than charges. And he's very, very accurate about how he weighs out his chemicals.
I see. Well, that is indeed fascinating. It also appears that I've got to watch my back if I participate in this great race. Somehow, some way, I may have been. It appears there are a few people who know about my history and want to. Yes, Brunhilde.
I got your coffee.
Oh, thank you. I take the coffee cup from her, and I raise it to her. Take a sip.
Make a vitality check for me.
Oh no. Okay.
21,
Holy crap.
21. Well played. Well played. You grin through your teeth as Brunhilde has never been good at brewing coffee. She's a great face and very friendly and does great with customers, but never very good with brewing coffee.
Oh, it's moments like these that I'm reminded just how much I'm still alive.
Though some would argue with you on that.
Well,
Well, both of us really.
that is true. Yes, both being vampiric, yes, that is
You hear a creak as Brunhilde sits on the chair that is far too small for her. It's just. And then to top it all off, the harpy sits in her lap.
Well, raise up clean to Brunhilde just as much as always. Some things never do change, do they?
You'll notice the change a little bit more over time.
Oh? Anyways, I was trying to remember what we were talking about, and then
Your friend
coffee
Smith
happened.
and watching your back.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I get the feeling that
The jazz mellows out into a little bit smoother, quieter motif.
Right. I get the feeling I might need to re-equip myself. I don't think these noblemen's merchant clothing are going to suffice for the journey ahead. And well, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should equip for weaponry?
Well,
Considering the situation.
You will be in the public eye a little bit. Very few people will know who you are if you do a little bit to change your appearance. I would lose the jewelry. It's the first thing that draws bandits on the road is extra jewelry. Practical armor.
You do have a point.
Practical armor would be useful. Swapping out the rapier for something of a little bit lower status might help.
So something like, I don't know, a pistol perhaps? Or maybe... wait, I already have throwing daggers though.
Yeah, cards would be fine. They're easily concealed. Pistol might be useful, but the reload time could make it difficult in stressful situations. It would be good to keep a pistol for a side weapon, I would say.
So that's what I would swap the knife out.
A situation where something is less clumsy. I would recommend a short sword.
I could see that. Yes, I could see that very well. Yeah, it's nothing that won't stand out too much, but at the same time is practical and moving about freely. Yes, I could see that being very helpful.
A shield might be useful as well, but I don't know about your bulk and weight situation. If you're going to be engaging with a weight race, you're going to need to cut down on your weight a little bit.
You are right. Yes. Things close to the body would be more effective at keeping my stamina up, wouldn't they? Something on my arms kind of hanging there. Well, then again, I wonder if I have armored armbands somewhere.
You mean bracers?
Yes.
I'm sure you can find a pair in our loft.
Yes. And if not, well, I'm sure I have plenty of resources to procure some for myself before the race.
Yes.
Oh well, I think I shall go get suited up then and take just down the coffee. Fingers crossed.
Roll another vitality check.
Yeah. Yeah, that was gonna happen.
Downing it's a little bit harder. There's a slight choke, and there's a moment where the old man drops the bar on the thing and smashes the lid of the piano on your fingers to cover up the fact that you just about lost your coffee. And he's like, "You really must watch where you're putting your hands. I'm not exactly the most fluent with this machine. Sometimes I bump things. I apologize."
That old man is
Oh
awesome.
no, it's all right, old man. It's not your fault. You're so old.
Just
Oh wait, it is.
moving his hands, he finds the thing with his, he being blind, he finds the arm, lifts up the lid, props the lid back up again, finds his way back to the keys, sits back down, just staring off into space, restarts the jazz. He is the smooth criminal.
I mean, he's been in the business for how long?
Probably 160 some years.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, given his 2 daughters. Yeah. All right. Anyways, Skygazer goes and puts the empty cup on the counter. Thank you, Brunhilde. That was very delightful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go and check out the recipe books in the back.
I'm so glad you liked it. He liked it. Are you sure about that? Just the red-haired one. Amelia. You just had to name her Amelie. Amelie, she just looks at her out of the corner underneath her, her one eye, and she's like, "Really? You sure about that?" Oh, did you see the look on his face? He absolutely thought it was delicious.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Let's
Mary, she just goes over and gives her a huge hug. You make the best coffee ever.
Look,
just a happy little family of angst and ignorance all at once.
Such a dysfunctionally happy family. Oh dear. What have I created? Oh dear. Anyways, goes to the back.
Okay. You eventually
Oh.
find your way through the storage rooms with the dishes, and you go and find yourself the bookshelf. How do you open the secret door?
Let's see.
You hear the sound of a pen clicking and writing being written down.
Wait, where did Panzer say he was going?
Next door.
Hey, can I hear
Oh
anything
no. Eh,
Joe,
all
can I
right.
hear anything right here?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can I hear anything right here?
You would have absolutely no reason to try to listen in. So, I mean, you could come around through the front door of the Dead End Cafe.
Anyways, so to trigger the door, let's see. Vintage Arabica coffee. Now that's the good stuff. Just kind of, I reach up, lift the book back just enough, and I hear until I lift it back far enough till I hear a click.
There is a click. You could have taken the book completely off the shelf and nothing would have happened. But you got the balance just right. The shelf moves to the sides, blocks the door,
There it goes.
and you now have your stairwell heading up through the steeple of one of the churches, or heading up through one of the church's steeples. Now, I don't have the loft
we go.
made yet, okay?
That's all right. That's all right.
But you find yourself in the lofty bell tower that is the Church of the Trichotomy. You're probably a good 250 feet in the air, overlooking the rest of the city. And their doves, they fly out all over the place as you walk up there. It's open walls and balconies. You can see out. Gargoyles decorate the various corners of the pillars, etc. And how do you access all of your equipment?
Oh dear. Let's see. How do I access all my equipment? Well,
Because it just looks like an empty belfry right now.
you're right, it does. Okay, so I clap 3 times, chirp twice, whistle. Yeah, clap 3 times, chirp twice, and then clack my heels. I'm gonna have to make. I'm gonna take note of that.
There is something about the clicking your heels in this one particular brick. The rest of it is just a show. But eventually, all of the different stones that make up parts of this area open up and come out of the floor, and there are cupboards, armor closets, shelves with equipment, various items that can help you on your journey, books, medical knowledge, anything an assassin could use. As you're standing there looking around, a voice comes from behind you. Spacey, almost kind of like a gust of air. Back again, I see. Ready to borrow some more of my toys. The ethereal form of the original Skygazer standing before you.
Yes. Older Skygazer. I am here to borrow. And I'm also here to return the umbrella, or the concealed rapier inside an umbrella, and the dagger, the knife as well, the paring knife.
Thank you. Just kind of sits his ethereal form on a bench, just kind of watching you. So what kind of trouble are we getting into this time?
All kinds of trouble.
Planning on orphaning another harpy, maybe? That would be delightful, wouldn't it?
No. I'm done taking tasks from the church. I've been done with them since that one and only time, and I'm not going to do that again.
Like I said, I told you, you should only trust the Yakuza. Only trust the Yakuza.
Yes, you are right. I did not realize how dark religion can get when it's fueled when it is fueled by material things.
Oh, it just kind of fades through the wall, just kind of like Moaning Myrtle does in Harry Potter. He's just like, religion's such a lie, so selfish at its core. Comes out of the cupboard next to your head. So, what weapons do you wish to take this time?
Well, I'll just kind of cruise around for a little bit. Find a very. I think I'll take this short sword, and I'm pointing to a short sword with it looks kind of plain for the most part, but it's in black scabbard. The handle and hilt are also all this kind of like black bronze, almost like color and look to it. Not very flashy, but well.
It was a more practical piece. Anything
Yes,
else?
and practical is exactly what I need with this particular endeavor of mine. Speaking of practical, guess I'm gonna need some. I was thinking of something that may or may not be as practical, though in a pinch it might do. I think.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. You playing?
Yeah.
Still playing?
Oh, hold
Okay. Anyways, now didn't I see you had a pistol in here
on.
somewhere?
Oh, yes. Goes over. Let's see here. I have to pull up my weapons list here. Let's see here. That would be a ranged weapon. He goes over and he kind of floats next to a cupboard. In here. You open up the cupboard. It's got a Balestrino sitting there, a Derringer. There's a short bow. Looks like a black powder musket, a 6-shot pistol kind of revolver situation, and looks like up top there's even a long rifle.
What kind of is this the quad Derringer we're talking about?
No, it's only a 2-shot Derringer.
Oh, it's a 2-shot Derringer. Okay.
So, Derringer is the smallest commonly made firearm and uses small cartridge class ammunition. Its primary benefit is its size and ease of concealment, unique trait. This weapon may fire twice before reloading and may fire both shots at once or individually. You do not have to have a special skill to fire both shots. But it is counted as a small weapon, so it's a D8 damage for every shot. It's a reaction.
And the revolver. Wait, reaction?
Yep.
Oh, for reloading.
The revolver is a medium ranged weapon. Unique trait, this weapon can be hip-fired 3 times per attack action, but all 3 shots have disadvantage. Basically, it can be rapid hip-fired, but you have disadvantage to hit all 3 times. So you'd be rolling d16s with a precision check with skill.
I see.
High levels of DPS, medium amount of attack potential.
Well, a Derringer or a revolver? You certainly have the eclectic selection of weaponry, I must say.
Most of these weapons were prototyped by my colleagues back in the day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But now they're
I
all
think
dead.
I'm going.
And I'm still around, just to suffer.
I was gonna say, older Skygazer, you're only not quite as dead as they are. You're just lacking a physical body.
Oh, why do you remind me of this agony? Foul
I'm
creature.
sorry. Stop like
kind of
so
moves
desperate
through
for
you, and
normal.
just even though you're kind of slightly cold-blooded, there's still a chill that goes down your spine as he ghastly forms moves through you.
Anyways, I do apologize, but no seriousness. Okay, you know what? I think. So the Derringer was short ranged?
A Derringer is a ranged weapon.
Okay, it's just range. Okay, it is ranged. Okay.
You have disadvantage
I
if you
think
shoot
I'm.
anything beyond your range as a stat. So I don't know what your range is.
Okay.
Your range, let me pulling up your character sheet, is a 7. So anything beyond 7 with any ranged weapon, you'd have disadvantage again.
Okay, sounds good. I'll pick the Derringer, I think.
Okay. So you
That
can
should suffice for what I need.
you remove your other weapons. You can put a Derringer and a short sword in your weapon lineup.
Yep. Just then I'll have to finish editing all that in later.
Been doing ever since y'all started doing this and talking. I've been just constantly typing new stuff in right now. I'm getting ready for all the new like debuff potions going to be making, all the tier 2 potions I'm gonna be making.
That
And
makes
I have
sense.
so many of each different potions. I'm having to type it in for every different potion I have.
Right.
The joys of being a chemist.
I'm glad that's not the job I took.
I'm assuming going from tier 1 to tier 2, the supply cost is going to go up by 2 times, right?
It will, yes.
Okay, that's what I've been assuming.
Yep.
Good.
All right.
Now,
Anything else you want to?
I'm not sure how my dice size is going to go up.
The dice size doesn't go up unless you take advantage as an aspect to the skill.
Well, yeah, but how much of an event? Because like some of my my strengths have a D10.
Oh, the
Vitality
basic
has a
roll for the
D10.
dice, the basic roll for the potions stays the same.
So I can't actually make them
Oh,
stronger.
if you want to make them stronger, yes, that is allowed.
Does it go up by another dice roll, or does it increase?
Like some of them I have a D10 for, and a lot of them I have for just D6.
We'll have to.
D10s
I have to
D6.
balance that out later. I don't think I'm gonna be able to balance
Okay.
that out this session.
Okay.
So, anything else, Skygazer, before you leave the loft?
Yes, I think I'm going to change my attire here.
Okay.
That and get some I can't think of what it's called right now. Practical armor. That's what it was.
Okay. Got to remember your weight requirements when you pick out armor.
Right. Total weight capacity is 70.
Okay, so you can carry 70 pounds. What type of armor are you looking at?
Okay. Sorry.
Does he know how to use the guns and the weapons?
Yes.
Oh, that's under the armor, weapons, and shields update, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
your Derringer weighs 2 pounds. Your short sword, I think, weighs 6.
Oh wow.
Back up. Short sword. Oh, roll me a let's see here. Roll me a d6 for me.
A D6. Okay.
Yes. It's a 1.
Ouch.
Your short sword is actually a lightweight short sword.
Okay.
So the weapon weight is reduced by 4 pounds. So this short sword only weighs a pound.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the only
So I've
unique
got-
trait the sword has. It's just really lightweight.
So I literally have
3 pounds of weapons.
okay.
Plus you're
Wow,
throwing knife / cards. So
Yeah,
that
I-
would be
I forget what I
darts, throwing knives. Those would be we're using throwing stars. How many of
Basically,
them
yeah.
are you carrying?
Whatever standard deck is, I think it's 54. Let me double check that.
There's 42 cards in a deck. So 42
42?
divided by 8. Or no, it's 52. It's 52 divided by 8 because it's
52. Yeah, that's
52
right.
pick.
Yeah.
So 52 divided by 8. What's that?
It's less than 7. It's like 6 point. I almost want to say 6.5.
It's 6.5. So you're carrying 6.5 pounds in throwing cards, and then
So 9.5 pounds.
9.5 pounds in your entire weapon arsenal.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'll let you go
Let's
through
see.
and pick out your armor and stuff, and we'll get that done next week because we're already 10 minutes till close time. So I wanted to finish off with Carl here and see if there's anything else he wanted to do.
All right. Sounds good.
Because we only had 2 hours tonight, so there was.
No, I'm
Yeah.
literally just gonna have to roll a bunch of rolls.
So you're just crafting the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the sake of that,
I'm now just finishing typing in my new stuff.
Juliana is going to try to assist you.
Oh, nice. So I was actually just about drink potions too, so help myself to.
Let's see here.
Decks. This is gonna take a while, so
Over the
okay.
average, she is helpful. Overall, on the average, she is helpful.
Okay.
But being the apprentice class, she's slowly trying to learn how to, do stuff like you do, as well as other characters in the group.
Oh, she's about to get a lot of experience then.
All
I
right.
got what 9, 18, 18 things, new things I need to craft.
All right. So you don't want to roll those now, or was there any story that you wanted to deal with?
I'm about to roll it. I just had to calculate the cost of it and make sure I have enough supply.
All right. So when you
So it's
take
gonna
those
take
rolls,
me
go
a
ahead and
while.
count an extra 1 added onto all those rolls for Juliana's assistance.
Okay. And I have to still have to roll my d6 for my potions for the my buff for it because I want to make sure I have to make these because it's about to make a lot of rolls. No, not d56, a d6. Okay, I get a +3, so I got a total of +4.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Just drugging yourself so you can make more drugs.
Yep. Exactly. Okay, I gotta do calculations. This is gonna take me a while.
I'm just seeing the manufacturing process
Fine.
too. You're sitting there mixing chemicals, Bunsen burner going, candles burning. You and Juliana both sitting there with goggles
2.
on while vials smoke and make things. And then there's Lily on the end with chemical gloves on and goggles on. She's corking up vials and putting them in your bag, writing little
Okay.
labels on them.
I gotta start rolling decks now. Okay. Standard. First one's good. So I need 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That passes actually. Oh wait, that means I can. Wait, no, I only got a +5, so that actually fails. It's a 10, so I failed 1. +8. $11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. That was a total of 116 supply I just did.
Boom. Dude.
That was almost all my supply. I gotta do the supply run.
Oh my goodness.
And that was like the best of
Literally
luck
all
day.
day, Carl is just in there smoking up the entire center room of the household. There's just fumes, and they have to open up the door and air things out.
Yeah.
Just Tanya's over there fanning herself, and she's just like, just kind of like high on all of these combined fumes, starting to give her a migraine. I'm just seeing, like, instead of Esma and Kronk, it's Lily and Oliver. We'll just poison her with
Oh.
this.
He's my front.
I have 1 vial left.
No.
So I need to do a vial run too.
Yay!
But that's all I need to do pretty much.
All right. Well, it was a much shorter session tonight, guys. But hopefully next week
16 plus.
we can have a full-length one. And
20.
maybe I'll actually have some plot hooks for you to get to actually feel like you got to go do something instead of just getting started.
26 B.
You know.
So, any hoodles? Good game, guys.
Yep. Yeah. Have a good night.
4. Okay.
So,
And then save. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't go look at my inventory, Joe. It has a lot more stuff in it now.
okay.
You can go look at it if you wanted to. If you want to.
Yeah. I don't know who Emerald Sky is, but someone said, Emerald Sky 14 said, "Hey, what you playing?"
Nothing? No, I'm kidding. Anyways, you guys have a good night.
All right.